Hey Capricorns, how are you guys? Welcome in. This is your mid-March reading. Mid-March reading, and the extended, I'm going to do the whole Capricorn reading. The extended is really not an extended. It's more like a 3-month look ahead, spring love forecast, what's going on with you. It may or may not be connected to this reading I'm doing right now, King of Pentacles. But one thing's for sure is Saturn is in Capricorn now for a couple years and couldn't be happier. So it's you might want to consider if you're taking yourself too seriously. Just saying, I'm saying that out of love. Okay, so Capricorn, let's see what's going on here. Two of Cups, King of Pentacles is what I saw while I was shuffling. Important for me to say those things. Oh yes, I just saw Lovers and I also saw Hermit. Hermit underneath, that Virgo energy following you around like the plague here. That can be a little bit about closing yourself off. Feel like you're dealing with somebody who is closing themselves off to you. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so I feel like this started in a very good way with you making an offer. This other person's hard. It's like hard to crack open. They're cracking them open like a walnut here. But in truth, they really love you. And I feel like you, Emperor, showing up as the Emperor here, really in charge of the situation. It's kind of like a battle for control a little bit. There's a little bit of a battle for control. I don't feel like the communication's particularly good here. Okay, overarching energy. Lots of apologies. Or apologies need to be made. Okay, apologies. All apologies. Are you channeling Nirvana today? It's really is something like that. Like, you're coming on a little too strong here. And Capricorn, you know, love you, but you can't have a tendency to do that here. So that's one of your strengths, is that you have a strong personality. This other person, Four of Pentacles, not being very vulnerable. They're super private. Ace of Swords here. They're not sharing themselves nearly enough with you to feel like you can be vulnerable with them too. Knight of Cups, I feel like they expect a lot of romance or something. Their truth is that they are, they do love you. We'll get a card about their truth here for a second. Let's see what's going on here. So this started with like a little offer of passion, and all of a sudden, like, you're taking control, taking charge of the situation, whatever, and it feels like, you know, someone's trying to man up, man down. This just feels out of balance to me. It's because there's no vulnerability here, right? I was talking with my friend, and she was talking about strong back, soft belly. So it's like, if you're gonna, you know, a lot of people who are vulnerable, you really have a strong back. You have to do it, but you have to show your belly a little bit more. And you have to show your feelings a little bit more. Both of you have like a hard time with that. Okay, but there's definitely 10 of Cups here. I feel like you both thought this was perfect when it started out. It was a healing situation. And then this 8 of Swords. I don't know what this stuff is here. Let's see what this is. So somebody made an offer of love. It started out to be passion. And then somebody made an offer of love. And then it got all cattywampus on you. 5 of Swords here. Yeah. 7 of Swords, Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords. Woof, that's sharp. So you were kind of just like looking for sex. You want to just be a physical relationship, Capricorn. And they want, you know, they want chivalry. They want love. And you kind of feel like they didn't tell you what's their truth here. Ten of Pentacles. 8 of Wands. They might have a lot of money. They might have a lot of money. All right. They also might be somebody who is communicating. Their communication is sort of like very old school. I want to say it was taught to them. They were not very good at communicating, or their family was not good at communicating. And so now this is something they have to learn. Judgment. This is something they, there's a certain pattern of communication. They might be lying or blocking their heart and telling you what's expedient and make it sound good. Okay? But in reality, there needs to be some vulnerability here. Okay? Because the Eight of Swords stuff is, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. Woof. Right? Queen of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. Ugh. This started off really good. I don't know if it's good now. I feel like there's some kind of battle for control, and I feel like somebody is not very vulnerable. Somebody doesn't share, isn't good at communicating. There's some real problems with the communication here, okay? So let's see about the blocks. Other than, like, you guys can't talk to each other, what are the blocks? What are the real blocks? That's a manifestation of a block, okay? Expectations. This person always expects to get their heart broken. Okay, expects to get their heart broken. This could have started as a third party, but I sort of feel like, now you're out, you're with this person, and it's not what you expected at all. 7 of Wands. This is not what you expected. This is not what you expected. And it's because of the communication. All right. It's because of the communication. It's like when it does happen, it's really sharp. Queen of Swords. And this person could be like very sort of meek or sort of, but they're covering up, a lot. Oof. This is, all right. Actions you can take. Yeah, I don't know that this is going to work, Capricorn. 10 of Swords. Actions, yes, I think this is definitely a soulmate, but I think this is over. 10 of Swords. If you can't communicate with each other, 10 of Swords, it's very confusing. 7 of Cups. This is a soulmate. Let's talk about the lessons. Let's get messages from this person who can't talk. Messages to you. Star. Queen of Wands. Queen of Cups. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Well, this could be a same-sex situation. It doesn't have to be. But there's something about it that's put you outside the realm of polite society. And I feel like this person was raised in polite society and very much expects a traditional or wants traditional relationship. This might be non-traditional. This could be same-sex situation here. Or it could be like they thought it was going to be something else than it really is. And they're also somebody who expects to have their heart broken all the time. They go down a road that they think they're like acting as if it's this, as if you're this, but really you're that. Like they see you standing there and they see a whole different person mapped out on you than who you really are. They weren't paying attention to who you really are. They were paying attention to who they wanted you to be. And so that's why the trust happens. The trust issues happen because they weren't really paying attention to who you are. It was very dreamy. Okay. Okay. So let's see how this goes. 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Chariot, Lovers, 3 of Pentacles. You can work it out. 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. If you really want this, you can work it out. Okay? There's a lot that needs to be unburdened. There's a lot that needs to be cut loose, ended in this relationship in order for it to work. And you know how that's going to happen? Only if you talk. Okay? That's not going to happen if you don't talk. Remember that episode of House with that little boy? His parents she came in with some kind of venereal disease and they hadn't had sex in like 6 months and he was like, what? And so the house took the little boy, the little 8-year-old boy, to walk down to get a soda while his parents were fighting about her having sex with somebody else while she got this disease. And he said, so how are things in your house? A lot of fighting? And he's like, nope. And House is like, really? And the kid goes, yeah, can't fight if you don't talk. Or something like that. That's the house this person was raised in. A very quiet house where there was no discussion. It was very polite. Everyone was very polite. And in the meantime, it was like this inside. Okay? It was like, and you're like ready to do battle with this person because you're like, why won't you talk to me? And there, you guys had it all figured out. It was going to look like this. But there's no talking. There's no real discussion. This person had a vision, had a fantasy about who you were, and now they're going to get a chance to really learn who you are when there's communication. So what you need to do is open up the lines of communication. Yep. Okay. So if you are looking for the 3-month extended, the 3-month spring forecast, that link is below for Capricorn. You see what's going on for you guys. It may or may not connect to this reading at all. This is not a continuation of this reading. It is merely, it is a reading about what's going to be happening in the next 3 months. And we're going to talk a little bit more astrology than we normally do. So you're welcome to come on over to that. All right, guys. See you over there.